I still feel the cold sweat on my palms when I think about that Tuesday morning in the 12th floor boardroom of our Chicago ad agency. I was 20 minutes into the biggest pitch of my life, walking the $2 million national retail client through the social media campaign I'd pulled 12 all-nighters to build, when our creative director Claire slammed her hand on the table and cut me off mid-sentence. That's enough. Your section is disqualified. Leave the room immediately. My throat went dry. I glanced at the clock on the wall. We still had 40 minutes left in the allotted pitch time. The client's team stared at me, confused. The rest of our agency staff sat frozen. Claire, what are you talking about? We're in the middle of the core campaign section. She leaned in, her voice sharp enough to cut glass, loud enough for everyone to hear. You violated the client's explicit non-negotiable rule. No pre-pitch run-throughs in the boardroom before the official start time. You're done here. My heart dropped into my stomach. I'd gotten to the boardroom 20 minutes early, and Claire had handed me the clicker, smiled, and said, walk through your slides a couple times while the room fills. Make sure everything's working. I'd done exactly that. I'd even waved at her when she walked out to grab coffee mid-run-through. You told me I could prep while the room filled, I said, my voice shaking. You handed me the clicker yourself. That was your assumption, she said, her face cold. I said you could enter the room early, not run through your pitch. The client's official start time was 10 a.m. You started at 9:40. You've already had your time to present, and you wasted it on an unauthorized run-through. The client's lead rep raised an eyebrow, and I felt my face burn. This pitch was 100% of my intern performance review. If I lost this, I lost the full-time offer I'd been grinding for 6 months to get. The offer that would let me afford full-time childcare for my 4-year-old daughter, that would get us out of our cramped studio apartment. Claire, that's bullshit. Marcus, our senior copywriter, spoke up from the end of the table. I was here at 9:35. I watched you hand her the clicker and tell her to run through her slides. You didn't say a single word about it being against the rules. Claire's jaw tightened. Marcus, focus on your own section unless you want to be written up for insubordination too. This doesn't concern you. It concerns all of us, said Sarah, our lead account manager, raising her hand. Claire, you told me to walk through my budget slides at 9:45 too. Are you disqualifying my section as well? Claire's face flushed red. You didn't start until 10 a.m. I have a timestamp on my slide notes, Sarah said, sliding her laptop around to show the client. 9:47 a.m. check it. 3 more junior creatives raised their hands, one after another. You told me to prep my slides early too. I walked through my section at 9:50. You watched me do it. You said it was fine to get set up ahead of time. Claire was sweating now, her hands shaking as she looked at the client's unimpressed faces. All of you need to be quiet. This is a professional meeting. Marcus stood up, crossing his arms. Or what? You'll fire all of us. Good luck explaining to the CEO why half your creative team got fired right before we landed the biggest client of the year. Or better yet, explain to the client why you set your own intern up to fail. The room erupted, everyone talking over each other, calling out their own early prep times, demanding Claire explain herself. That I stood there, tears burning my eyes, as Sarah pulled up the Slack message Claire had sent the whole team the night before. Everyone can get to the boardroom 20 minutes early to prep your slides. No rush. She slid it to the client, who nodded slowly. Claire stood there, frozen, for what felt like an eternity. Then, without a word, she sat down, folded her hands, and muttered, continue with the pitch. We finished the pitch, landed the client, and I got my full-time offer a week later. The CEO put Claire on indefinite administrative leave after the client reported her behavior, and the whole team got a bonus for the win. Marcus, Sarah, and I still get dinner every month, and I still thank them for standing up for me that day.